Donna, it looked like y'all were having a little bit of trouble early with Auburn getting some offensive rebounds, getting some second chances, especially with Sanaya in foul trouble. How'd you tighten that up?
Did we? Didn't feel like it. I mean, we just brought it to their attention. I mean, it's hard. I mean, this league is really hard when people do things really well. When we're getting people's best shot, you know, they have energy. And they have energy for extended period of time. I think for us, we needed to turn up our defense. I mean, that's one way of controlling how many offensive rebounds that you could get. You steal the ball, there's no shot. You don't have to worry about that. I thought we did a good job just pressuring and getting our hands on it and knocking the ball loose for, you know, some easy buckets on the other end. So that's somewhat controlling it.
Hey, Don, you've shared so many special moments with Asia, the unveiling of her statue, draft night. Compare your emotions today to those other moments when you see the jersey unfurled from the rafters and just the reaction of the crowd during the whole ceremony.
I think it was probably a more build up to this moment because she got a chance to share it with all the people who have cheered for her, who have impacted her, who she's impacted in a place in which she made an electrical place to play. So this one was probably little, and then the way it was lit up was kind of really cool. Like I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, where is it? I was trying to find it before it was unveiled. Like, where is it? And then I don't know if that's going to be the permanent spot, but our marketing people did a great job just with unveiling it and giving Asia her moment. Like, I'm happy that we're able to give her flowers at such a young age to where she'll be able to smell them for a very, very long time. And it was cool. It was just a really cool moment to be a part of.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about Asia, too, and the importance of her. We know the importance of what she's been able to do, but if a person didn't stay home and be a beacon for South Carolina, maybe Ashland doesn't come here, maybe Malaysia doesn't come here, maybe Joyce doesn't come here. I mean, she had to have that kind of influence on this state and basketball.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what she means to our program is legendary, and is, you know, you think of legendary as just what they do on the court. I think the magic of Asia is all the other stuff. Like, it's okay to come to a local college, university, and take on the pressures, because it's a pressure thing, and because you're doing it in front of all the people that know you, and you only want to do well in front of them, and you don't want them to see you grow, like growing pains in front of you, but it's just part of it. Asia opened the door for that, for them to feel all the feelings that they have, good or bad, and all the pressures that they have, good or bad. And because of Asia, we continue to get the top talent. And I mean, our fams, they create an experience that if you don't come here, you're going to feel like you're missing out, even if you're somewhere else. And you watch us on TV, you watch, you know, what they say about us. If you're on social media, I mean, it's really a cool thing that I know that it won't last forever, but we're enjoying the time that the light is shown on the University of South Carolina women's basketball team.
Here in the front, Elijah, and then we'll go to
Coach, 26 fast break points in this game. How much is that a part of an identity of your offense, especially in a game where a team like Auburn kind of hangs around for as long as they did?
We needed it. I think someone asked me, what do I want to see more out of our defense? And I said just that, just producing points with our defense. Like, we can guard you in the half court. You know, we can disrupt you. We can force you into bad shots, right? That doesn't mean it is automatic a score down the other end. What we did today was we produced points from our defense. We knocked the ball loose. We got steals. Into easy baskets, and it alleviated some of the pressure of having having to execute in a half-court offense because they disrupted us. They were in us. They pressured us. They forced us out. They didn't allow us to just make, passes from point A to B to C. You had to find a way, and some of that was just having to go one-on-one. Just put your head down and go. And we dribbled a whole lot. So I said their pressure will be affecting us if we're dribbling a whole lot, and we did a whole lot of that tonight.
Going kind of exactly off of that, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it also felt like there was a little bit on South Carolina's end of just like not necessarily a lack of chemistry, just kind of like a weird, not really connected on offense in the half-court setting to begin with. Do you think that is what fueled a lot of the transition offense? And I guess if you noticed that, did you think it had anything to do, with Auburn's defense, or was more internal?
Well, I think it had everything to do with Auburn's defense because we promote ball reversals, we promote passing the basketball. They stayed on it for the entire game. Like they made us go into our second, third, fourth options in our sets. If you saw a set out there, they made us go into our spread offense where we're just reading and reacting to how we're being guarded. We had to do a lot of that today, so it's not all that pretty, but their defense was pretty effective. So we found a way to win. We found a way to put 83 points on the scoreboard, not having to run basically a whole lot of half-court sets.
Hi, Coach. So looking ahead, what areas do you feel like your team needs to improve upon in order to best prepare for your next 2 away games against Georgia and Texas?
We got to find a way to box out. It's too many offensive rebounds for easy putbacks. I do think we need to continue to generate offense from our defense and by way of stealing it and going down to get some easy buckets. I do think we need to be able to handle the physicality a lot better. Like the next 2 games will be very physical basketball games, and we can't allow it to be disruptive as much as it was today.
Yeah, Dawn, I saw right before the start of the second quarter you went up and checked on Mac Cradell, who was dealing with some medical attention. Any chance you got an update on his status? And 2, I know he's been around here forever. Just why was it important to go up and check on him?
Yeah, Mac, Mac is family. I've known Mac for 17 years now. And and I did. I just caught the end of it. I think he fell, and I think he was a little wobbly on his feet. And when I went over to him, he seemed okay, but our medical staff thought it'd be a good idea for him to get checked out. So I think he went over to the hospital, and I'll get a further checkup after I leave here.
Coach, Joyce Edwards leading the team in scoring again. It seems like a lot of her buckets are coming somewhat easily for her. What is it she's doing that puts her in those positions to score with ease?
There's cadence to offense. There is the ball finds who should shoot it. A lot of times Joyce puts herself in a position to where it's quite natural for her to shoot it, or she puts herself in a position where she gets the ball to the paint, and then she got 2-move capability, but she plays basketball the right way. When you play it the right way, it looks easy because it is easy, and she's just playing incredibly well at a really good pace, where she's seeing it and she's able to make really good decisions. And while I said this on a post-game interview, it's not a one-woman race for National Freshman of the Year. So I got to put a narrative out there that Joyce is doing some incredible things, right? We have a tendency to just focus on one, right? What she's been able to do in the type of schedule that we have, it's not easy. It's not easy. So I just don't want people to forget, what Joyce is doing over here, because we're not going to just allow, awards to be given out with no consideration from, our players here, for doing it the right way, for playing the schedule that we play, and for having a team that we have. You can find some really good players on our team to recognize, yes, we are a team, because I remember when other people had great teams, they've had multiple people on All-American teams. So let's not forget about that. So I just got to throw that out there because I don't want people to think it's a shoe-in. You gotta look at the players on our team and what they're doing, in our game and for our game.
Coach, Chloe was telling us about a point in the second quarter where you were telling her to shoot more and some of her teammates were telling her to shoot more. This team has so much depth. Everyone's so selfless. But how do you encourage your players to call their own number when it's needed?
Well, it's not calling your own number. It's taking the shot that you're supposed to take. Chloe probably felt like she shot a lot more than she usually shoots. So now she gets gun shy because she's feeling that. And it's just playing the right way. When you play the right way, it should be a very clear process. Like, it should be very clear. Like, if there's more than, 10 seconds on the shot clock, there shouldn't be any panicking. It should be a very smooth process. And sometimes, I guess today, Chloe just played mind games with herself, right? And sometimes that happens. It's an unselfish act. But at the same time, if she doesn't shoot it, we have to start that process all over. We don't have the luxury of the time. To get ahead of the possession offensively is to me, the whole objective on offense. To get somebody a wide open shot. When you have it, you got to take it. Or one more to get, create the best shot on the floor. She had the best shot on the floor a couple times, and she didn't take it.
You talked yesterday about kind of the balance of energy versus execution when you haven't played in a week. Where did today's game fall on that scale for you of some high energy moments versus some times and maybe your team wasn't executing?
Yeah, a little rusty. When you don't, there's a cadence to our schedule as well. Thursday, Sunday, Monday. There's a cadence. And when that cadence is broken just from a bye week, which we'll take it, throws you off a little bit. But Auburn did a great job. They did a great job. They did a really great job defensively, and they made us work. And, they had a player on their team she had 31. She gave us the business. Wasn't hard to see. You got to give credit where credit's due. They made us adjust to them.
There have been so many great atmospheres over the years here, but today, it's 11:30 in the morning. It's packed to the rafters. Everywhere we're turning, there's a celebrity in the front row. Did today feel special, different to you, and how did that impact your players' focus, especially at the beginning?
I think our players really tried to focus in and keep the main thing for them. But it does get a little distracting when you're competing. The main thing was competing against Asia's retirement ceremony. It's a little bit hard. It's hard. So I think what you're seeing is is women's basketball at its finest, meaning we're popular. People want to come and check it out. And if it's their first time coming, I think Wanda Sykes is here. If it's her very first time coming here and experiencing this, I'm sure she'll be back. I'm sure she'll be back. But it's super cool. I think Bam Adebayo was here. I don't know why. But it was great to have him in the building after he hit the game winner last night. So it's cool. It's popular. We need to, we need to recognize that too. We're at probably our most popular state, and it's a great place to be. We just want to continue to elevate our game and to be appreciated. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.